Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Whitney Ward. We want to talk weather tonight. We've got our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, standing by.
Yeah, and Jeremy, the wet day around the inland northwest returned today, or arrived today rather, kind of with a vengeance.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones where this kind of sets a pattern that sticks around in the week to come. So this is not the end of the rain just yet. Good news is we do catch a break heading into the weekend. 57 right now is as warm as we have been all day, finally warming up a little bit later on. But here you go. Our low moves down to the south, and as it crosses the Oregon-Washington border, we are still seeing some of those showers a little bit farther to the north. If you head off to the north, a little bit of convection, and then as that storm moved over Lake Pend Oreille, fell apart. A little bit of convection out of a storm up near Colville. That one's been holding together quite nicely, and as it moves west, things are moving from east to west. We'll likely see a little bit more rain and a little bit more thunder and lightning, but overall, nothing expected to get too crazy. A few more scattered showers kind of linger. Tomorrow morning, we'll see a couple more of those, and I think it's another day of kind of on and off lighter showers. So, as we mentioned, this is kind of a sign of things to come. Even as we move through the day and see a couple scattered showers tomorrow, it's a sign of where we're headed. Tomorrow, likely in the mid-60s. Friday, low 60s. Saturday, back up near 70. And then as we kick off next week, it looks like another wet, cool weather pattern settles in.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Our other big story at this hour, the race for Spokane mayor is heating up. In a little more than a month, voters will decide if Nadine Woodward or Lisa Brown will lead the city.
Today, Woodward went on offense, condemning Lisa Brown for allegedly supporting so-called safe parking as a homelessness solution. KREM 2's Janelle Finch has more on Woodward's remarks and how Brown is responding.
Safe parking is when people use parking lots as a place to sleep in their cars overnight. Mayor Nadine Woodward claims her mayoral opponent, Lisa Brown, views safe parking as a potential option for people experiencing homelessness in Spokane. But Brown says that while she wants people to have a safe place to go while sleeping in their cars, she is not in favor of camping in parking lots. Wednesday afternoon, Mayor Nadine Woodward surrounded herself with supporters in a North Spokane parking lot. She says she wanted to bring her campaign press conference here to show what Lisa Brown wants to take and use for safe parking.
She wants people to be able to legally set up camp in dozens of parking lots like this one across our city and live in them.
Brown says the mayor's claims are false and attempts to scare voters.
What the mayor is trying to scare people by saying that somehow parking lots would be taken over by camping. And I think most people think of that as living in tents.
She said she wants to be able to potentially provide a space where people could connect with resources.
One way would be to come up with a location that would clearly be a nonprofit or a public sector location that was agreed to in advance and discussed with the community and the city council.
Woodward says the city needs more attainable housing and residential service programs for those in crisis.
We have emergency housing, we have transitional housing, but we do need to do a better job of getting more of that attainable housing built so that once they're in services and they're getting treatment and they're making progress in their lives, then they do have a permanent place to go to.
She says the city is discussing using money collected from taxes to accelerate building more accessible housing. According to Shelter Me Spokane, a city shelter tracking database, all adult shelters as of Wednesday have less than 25% of beds available. Hope House has a 32% availability, but is temporarily not accepting new guests.
Happening in less than an hour, the West Bonner County School Board will have its first meeting since the State Board of Education determined the newly appointed superintendent cannot serve in that role.
It's also the first meeting since voters recalled 2 trustees just last month. In terms of now former superintendent Brandon Durst, the State Board of Education warned West Bonner's district it would be out of compliance if Durst were allowed to stay in that position. The meeting tonight is set to start at 6 o'clock in the Priest River Lamana High School cafeteria.
The Washington State University Academic Student Employees Union is filing an unfair labor practice suit against the university. The union claims the university is not negotiating properly over health insurance, affordable health care being one of the reasons the union was formed in the first place. Bargaining began back in February. The union claims it has yet to reach an agreement with the university on wages and student fees as well.
The dog that was shot by a Spokane police officer during pursuit of a suspect last night has now died. According to SPD, a man with an active warrant was walking a dog when an officer tried to arrest him. When the officer approached, they say the dog bit the officer on the leg, so the officer then shot the dog. The suspect was arrested on a warrant for escaping community custody for a previous assault charge. He's now facing additional charges for possession of a firearm and controlled substances. He appeared in court this afternoon.
A Spokane woman accused of lighting fires near the West Hills neighborhood last month has even more charges against her now. Vicki Smith is now facing 8 counts of arson.
KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy is here now to explain these new developments. Shannon?
Smith is in the Spokane County Jail. She's been there since August 15th, accused of setting fires near Spokane's Finch Arboretum. But now, through court records, we're learning she told investigators about even more fires she says she set right here in Spokane Valley. A Spokane woman who previously admitted to starting fires in Spokane's West Hills neighborhood now says those weren't the only blazes she started August 3rd. Vicki Smith is now charged with 8 counts of arson. 5 new second-degree charges were added after investigators say she pointed out where she'd set fires in Spokane Valley. An affidavit shows those admissions came after she was extradited back to Spokane from Tukwila August 15th. The documents say Smith told a Spokane detective she wrote graffiti threatening to burn Spokane down August 3rd. She said her message was about money spent on homelessness and no one being housed. Smith also admitted she lit 8 fires between West Hills and Spokane Valley's Dishman Hills natural area at the direction of God. Smith explained God told her to light the fires to get across her message that disabled people like her were unable to get housing. She called the fires retaliation to the people of Spokane who wouldn't help her. Smith said the fires in Dishman Hills were pre-planned. She told investigators the day before she used forest debris to build a location for each one, then used a paper towel and lighter to start the fires August 3rd. The fires near Finch Arboretum caused level 3 go now evacuations. No one was hurt and no homes burned. Smith now has a trial date set for November 13th. In Spokane Valley, Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.